Hey guys, I don't have anything funny to say here. Please don't put this in the script. Dead Mount Death Play is a reverse isekai anime about a necromancer who reincarnates himself into the modern world after being defeated by a hero. Usually I'm not a huge fan of massive expo dumps in the middle of fight scenes or at the start of the anime, but since most isekai's pre-isekai worlds exist as a mere contrivance solely to get the main character from one place to the next, having some background info given right at the start offers some much needed depth, and is then built upon for the entirety of the show. So starting in Japan, right off the bat, he wakes up in an alley with his throat slit, which probably isn't the greatest way to come back from being stabbed to death, but he seemed pretty okay with it. This is where we're immediately introduced to the main girl in the show, and being the person who was hired to kill him, she goes back in and tries to murder him again, except, he's kind of this super powerful necromancer who just came from fighting some magically enhanced motherfucker with a sword. So he just accidentally kills her and has to turn her into a zombie. So this assassination agency, or whatever, just decides to take him in and put him under the supervision of their intelligence guy and also the girl that he just killed. From this point on, he gets involved in various cases and jobs given to them and starts doing everything in super wacky and unconventional ways, such as using his massive skeleton arms to Spider-Man his way across the city and save some children. And also, running from the police. Yeah, apparently turning people into meatballs is like a felony or something. These police here are a division that are more involved with the darker underside of society and are in charge of cases of supernatural criminals that are borderline urban legend and nobody really knows if they exist or not until they show up and start a bar fight. Slenderman's got over his social anxiety, I guess. As these events play on, the story becomes a weird but fun mix of cute slice-of-life moments, spooky supernatural Scooby-Doo shit, and Polka's journey trying to make sense of all the connections between his world and ours, while everyone else also tries to make sense of literally anything happening. There is a very large gray area between good and evil in this show, and pretty much every single major character resides in it, giving you a cast full of weirdly well-made and realistic characters, with none that have shitty motivations for the sake of plot. Yes, that includes the fucking pen ghost. In this anime, what originally seems like a plot of discovering the truth behind the supernatural quickly becomes a plot of uncovering what is truly supernatural and what is merely an imitation, as Polka discovers little bits and pieces of his old world as the story goes on, and more characters try to uncover the same secrets. And speaking of characters, there are a lot in this show, enough that the entirety of the first season basically serves as only an introduction to the story, and the final episodes ends on "See you in October." There are mysterious characters like Lemmings and the fire-breathing bug who don't appear a lot, but every second they're on the screen is another chill down your spine. And then there's the Phantom Solitaire, who acts as almost a second main character at times and pushes the plot forward through his own goals of discovering the truly supernatural through magic tricks. Honestly, this show ended up being so good that the only complaint that I have is that I don't have more to watch. Each episode added more and more mystery, and the plot actually gets moved along by the supporting characters most of the time without the main character being randomly dragged into each and every single major event in the story. There's no real power fantasy element, even though Polka is ridiculously overpowered just because of how much characters like Lemmings and the fire-breathing bug are hyped up, and even regular, normal human characters like this police dude gets his fair share of badass moments. So for now, since there's too much going on in my brain to get anything more out of it without it being an incoherent mess, that's all I've got to say about Dead Mount Death Play. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. My name is Sue, and I will see you all next time.